How are you filling up your 4 accounts of self today? It's Travis Soderwell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace. Simple, but not easy. It's putting in the daily work. Putting in those daily minimums for maximum benefit. As we work out the success framework, everything lands on the 4 areas of self. Talking about your emotional part, your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. And doing work in each one of those areas. I call them accounts. How are you going to account for the work you're going to do today? What activities are you going to do? What high value activities are you going to do? And then how are you going to work in the pillars of the Pure Sound method? Lifestyle design. That's usually knowing yourself, your individual, designing your life. And what are the 4 accounts you're filling up? They're mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional. Those are very close to you. Maybe purely individual, maybe purely private, purely personal, but they can stretch out a little more. We get into leadership development. Then there's the 4 accounts there. In leadership, what are you doing for your emotional account, your mental account, your physical account, and your spiritual account? This is the deeper work. 4 accounts for each pillar. 4 pillars being lifestyle, leadership, business, and culture. You can also look at if you just starting out, wondering where to go, because obviously that creates a lot of different accounts out the gate. You can look at each pillar relating to each account. What are you doing in your lifestyle design? What high value activity are you doing in that area? Which I relate that to knowledge, your self-knowledge. What work are you doing in your leadership development? I look at that as your emotional account, your connection. What work are you doing in your business account? What you do in life, your career. And I would relate that to the physical account. So physical account, you're developing a skill. And what are you doing in the culture account? Culture account relates to your spiritual account, which builds confidence, which is also belief. Do you believe in a system? Had some talk around here about commitment. And after you make a decision, then there is a commitment. The difference in the two is that decision can just be in your head. I used to say in the 12-step rooms that this is the first time I heard this. I'm sure it didn't originate there. But there's 2 frogs sitting on lily pads in a pond. One frog decides to jump. How many frogs are on the lily pad? Well, 2. He just decided to jump. Doesn't mean he jumped. So we really walk through. Of course, this is where my study and developing expertise comes in, is that I try to get super granular, each step by step, as much as reasonable. That the decision is made doesn't mean you're doing anything. Then a commitment is made. Still doesn't mean you're doing anything, but the difference is that the commitment is to do something. You're committing to a system. Now, the decision would be, I want to get healthy. I want to lose weight. I want to exercise. The commitment is to a meal plan. It's to a routine of exercising. The decision is, I want to do a podcast. The commitment is, I'm going to do daily podcasts. Then the commitment has changed. Do under 20 minutes. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. So we keep changing the commitment, but the commitment is to do something specific, is to take the action. And what action we're going to take? It's to a plan. And that's where the belief piece really is sitting under all of this. Because the belief piece is what we believe we're going to do, whether or not we believe in it. Belief is the first level on the way to confidence, really. And confidence also goes into the actions we take. Decision, commitment, consistency, competency, confidence, courage, and belief. We have to believe in the system. We have to know about the system. And this all ties in. And then we get into the self-talk. How are we talking to ourselves? Are we being cynical? Are we being doubtful? Now, it's okay to not fully just jump into some system. It's okay to be skeptical. The difference is the cynicism. Because being cynical is actually just doubting yourself. Because it's really a matter of when we make a decision and make a commitment to work a system, we're just believing that the system will work. But it's an experiment, and we're testing it. And we look at the results objectively. That's what a system, a framework of action is all about. A method is all about. That is saying, these are the results. And if those results don't happen, hey, it might be something we're doing. But again, this is where a coach is supposed to walk you through and tell you, this is what you need to do. This is how you make an adjustment. And then when you get results, you keep on doing what you've been doing. And you mark that off as, this is a high value activity. And this is what I'm going to do every day at minimum. What are your high value activities you're going to do? High value acts to make compound impact. Travis Soda Wells, Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.